Something insane is about to happen in Baki Rahen. Jack Hanma is about to go crazy. Jack has been getting hyped up. Plus, the return of the legendary swordsman himself, Musashi Miyamoto, may have even been teased. And also, let me know your Baki Rahen theories in the comment section below. And also, if you would like to show off your art, self-promo, or just interact with me and my community in general, you can join the Discord in the description box below. But anyways, he was having a fight with the swordsman in chapter 1 of Baki Rahen, and he literally broke the sword with his titanium teeth, which made the guy forfeit instantly. And we even got a look into Jack's both insane and brutal training techniques before the steroids. Jack would do handstands until blood would ooze out of his eyes and nostrils, push-ups until he formed a giant puddle of sweat, and he wouldn't stop until he passed out. And Jack was even seen by a pastor guarding a Jesus statue in a church, and Jack protected this statue in return for God making them strong. Jack told the pastor he wanted to be the strongest creature alive, and at first the pastor laughed at Jack, but later on he said it was more than a dream for Jack. And I have a theory that Jack Hanma is about to become one of the strongest characters in Baki, along with fighting some of the strongest characters in Baki. And this little list of mine contains of Pickle, Baki himself, and maybe even Yujiro if you want to reach that far. But considering the fact that Baki Rahen is made for Jack Hanma to be the main character, and there's a lot of talk about the angel back, which is literally a parallel to Baki and Yujiro's demon backs. But considering the fact that Jack has been training so hard after losing the Pickle, and the fact that Rahen, the name of the spin-off, means a change in something, and if Jack Hanma does eventually get the angel back, then that could potentially change the Baki series forever. And a fight between Jack and Pickle might as well be confirmed, since Pickle did return in the last couple chapters of Baki Do, looking bigger and more adapted to the modern world. And from what's been shown so far, both Jack Hanma and Pickle seem to have gotten a power boost. And we do not know how big of a power boost they got, but Pickle is now looking way bigger than before. And it seems to me that Jack got way bigger than before, and Jack was shown doing these crazy jaw exercises. And along with all of that, he's still taking a massive amount of steroids. And also adding in the fact that in the last chapter of Baki Do, both Pickle and Jack were being compared, I would say it's pretty safe to say that this rematch is going to happen in Baki Rahen. But if Jack Hanma really does get the angel back, and it works similarly to Baki's demon back, then Jack may be one of the strongest characters in Baki. He might be top 5. Because without any abilities like demon back boosting his strength, he was still putting up a fight against Pickle. So it's unbelievable how strong Jack could be if he really does get this crazy ability. I also have another theory about Jack's next couple of fights. If he does get this ability, then he will most likely face off against either Baki or Yujiro. With this angel back being a parallel to Baki and Yujiro's demon back, I honestly wouldn't be surprised. And also, Jack has wanted to fight Yujiro for a long time now. Even when Baki got his fight with Yujiro, he was sitting at home mad. And I even saw a theory made by OK_pressure4591 on Reddit. And this theory of his talks about the possibility of Jack Hanma dying at the end of Baki Rahen due to him fighting the entire cast. And this theory actually kinda makes sense. Jack's body does have its limits, which was shown during his fight with Baki way back in Baki the Grappler. Jack can be left fatally injured and potentially even dead, all because of his body reaching its limit. And in fact, when this last happened to Jack Hanma, it was shown completely contorting and twisting his limbs. And there also may have been some hints toward this being a theme in Baki Rahen. The pastor that saw Jack training as a child said the human body does have its limits, and it is meant to be trained at near exhaustion, never full exhaustion, which Jack did every day, and he's constantly doing steroids as well. There was also another theory mentioned, and chapter 8 of Baki Rahen honestly supports this theory almost abnormally. And this theory is that Jack Hanma will be fighting Yujiro Hanma, and Jack would obviously be losing, and his health issues would catch up to him. But the theory is Yujiro would give Jack the warrior's death he deserves. And the new chapter, chapter 8 of Baki Rahen, to an extent supports this theory, with Jack and Yujiro walking side by side, not insulting each other at all. And instead, as a matter of fact, Yujiro actually started praising Jack Hanma for the way he thinks and just his mindset in general. Yujiro even compared Jack to the Musashi Miyamoto quote that says, "When in confrontation, one should seek foremost to position himself above the enemy." And this could, I guess, be them hinting towards Musashi's return, but I seriously doubt it. Yujiro said, "Jack is the only person that is trying to be the strongest in the world using fighting. Yujiro said Jack has a rare purity. And Jack will also be fighting Kosho-san, who will probably lose to Jack. And I feel like this Kosho fight is setting up for an even bigger fight, like Jack vs Baki's rematch. And I also believe Jack Hanma will beat Pickle during their fight. My main reasoning for this is I don't think Pickle could learn any techniques while he was away. He won't be rusty because he was fighting giant crocodiles, but he was also just living in a sewer and hunting animals for food. And in my opinion, both Pickle and Jack seem to have gotten bigger. And even though Motobe is an S-tier yapper, he said something that caught my eye in Baki Dao. Motobe said, Baki Hanma, the ogre, Yopo Orochi, Katsumi, Shibukawa, just Baki and his peers in general. They all think they're above everyone else, but they're about to discover something that they would have never considered picking up, something bigger than Jack's body. And also, Jack is finally about to fight Kosho, and after this fight, I believe Jack will start calling people out, which is a thing he has a history of doing. Or even, Pickle may even pop up at the fight like how he popped up at Baki and Yujiro's fight, which would be a crazy way to start off their rematch. And in my opinion, Kosho is cool and all, but not enough to really beat Jack Hanma. Jack Hanma can compete with and maybe even defeat Pickle, while Kosho really hasn't proven much, other than him beating Hanada. But one thing I want to rant about real quick, am I the only one that is tired of these Hanada based chapters? Thankfully, it's looking like they're finally showing us Jack Hanma more, but those Hanada chapters sucked in my opinion. I went from thinking Hanada was an okay character to genuinely despising him as a character. But anyway, rant concluded, I needed to get that yap session out of me. And this would also be perfect timing for the legendary swordsman himself, Musashi Miyamoto, to return to the storyline. Since the idea of Jack Hanma versus weapon users has been a reoccurring theme in this series, and also when Jack reunited with his father Yujiro Hanma, Yujiro actually compared Jack to one of Musashi's quotes. Also plus, that fight could help Jack Hanma evolve even more past his current state. I'm curious how Jack's reaction would be to him being sliced by a sword. I mean, with the first dude in Baki Rahen, he literally just broke it in half with his teeth. And Jack can even bite way harder than a hyena, which has a bite force of 1,100 pounds per square inch. And that's not even considering the fact that many people seem to forget. Jack is extremely fast even while having this much power. I mean, Jack literally pulled up on a giant polar bear, double if not triple his size, and did this. All of the bear's ribs are going through its stomach. How'd Jack even do that? The bear's jaw's even in half. What did the Coca-Cola mascot do to him? Look at that uppercut. He even hit the Jackie Chan move. And that's not even mentioning, Jack is around 465 pounds and over 8 feet tall. He's literally a superhuman on his Ninja Turtle shit. And we don't even know what Jack's stats actually are right now. He's still taking steroids and still getting bigger. So who knows how much stronger he got. But also, it's good to see Jack Hanma getting more light shined on him in the series. I feel like the writers used him as a punching bag for so long. And he's honestly become one of my favorite characters in the story. This man wakes up and goes to sleep listening to David Goggins. Who's gonna carry the logs? And let me know your theories in the comment section below. And let me know, is Jack Hanma in your top 3? And if you would like to support me, you can leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out way more than you may think, and it's completely free on your end. And if you would like to show off your art, self-promo, debate things, or just interact with me and the community in general, you can join the Discord in the description box below. That's gonna be all. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye!